We have these distorted timelines that we create for ourselves, right? We have these rigid visions. We have these arbitrary success markers. I need to be a millionaire by age 30. Why? Who said? Who said? You need to let things take their course, take their natural course, their natural course. What does that mean, Vadim? What is their natural course? What I mean is, you have to detach from this idea that you have in your mind of what your success should look like in any particular area, whether it's dating or success in life or just how your life should unfold in general. You have this idea that you're so attached to that came from, who knows where it came from YouTube videos you saw, from your upbringing, from conversations you've had, whatever. You formed some idea of how things should be and you're so attached to it, and that's creating this like struggle and this suffering. And especially if you look at, other people who might be approaching that vision sooner, right? That their life looks like it might be closer to that idea of how things are supposed to be, that it creates this stress for you. Like, you need to be there too. It's about time you're there as well. Why aren't you there yet? Right? We have these distorted timelines that we create for ourselves, right? We have these rigid visions. We have these arbitrary success markers. I need to make $1 million by age 30. I used to tell myself this. I need to be a millionaire by age 30. Why? Who said? Who said? Why is that even important? Yo, quick announcement, my dude. Just want to briefly mention that over the last year, many guys have been asking me, how do you create chemistry with women? And this has sadly been exaggerated by the pandemic. That's right, I'm talking about that magic you see me create with the girls in my videos. So, I've decided to give away a super entertaining, uncut, infield bonus video showing exactly that. Just click on the link in the description below. By signing up, you're also joining the VIP list for our, wait for it, new course, Honest Chemistry, which will be released in the next month and will teach you everything to do with creating chemistry, from sexual tension to an amazing connection. This course has been more than a year in the making, and I'm really excited to release it. So be sure to click the link in the description box or comment section below to get access to your bonus video today and stay in the loop. All right, now let's get back into it. It's like, look, it's okay to have visions. It's okay to have a vision. I'm not saying don't create visions for yourself, but it's actually important. If you want to succeed, if you want to pursue certain things, you want to visualize how it's all going to look, and then you're going to manifest that and you're going to make it happen. So that's actually very important. But don't get too attached to how you think it should be, because guess what? It's going to evolve over time. It's going to evolve. You're going to figure out things about yourself. You're going to figure out things about the process. You're going to figure out things about the world. And so that vision might change. Timelines might change. Priorities might change. Sometimes I work with clients and they're like, I want to be doing this XYZ within 6 months, within a year. Sometimes, first of all, I tell them, well, that's very ambitious. Second of all, it's like, well, why does that have to happen within a year? Why are you trying to rush it? Why are you so attached to, it's like, by 26, I need to have slept with 50 girls, and I need to have a really cool girlfriend, and I need to have this really cool social circle, and it all has to happen before 26 or before 28, before I enter my business program, my MBA program, before 30, when I become an adult. I want to travel the world and have a bunch of orgies, and it all has to happen by then. It's like, who said? It's like we create these arbitrary plans for ourselves where we don't even know if it's actually that important. We have this anxiety that it has to happen at a certain pace. It's all in your head, really. Believe me, I've been there. I've been there. I've been so attached at various times throughout the course of... I experienced a lot of this while building out this channel and the business around this, where I was so attached to how I thought things should unfold that it actually really fucked me up because I was not open to other ideas, other possibilities. I resisted certain realities that came along the way. I was like, no, it shouldn't be this way, it should be that way. It should have already happened, and look, they're doing this, and he's doing that. It should be that way. It should have already happened. Why am I not successful yet? It can really fuck you up, really stress you out. Guess what? The universe has a plan for you. The universe has a plan for you. So woo-woo, I know. That's so woo-woo. What does it mean, the universe has a plan for you? Look, it's not that woo-woo. It just means, like I said, you're a unique individual that's been programmed a certain way over the course of his life. And so that's, as a result, going to put you on a certain path. Right, and you have some sense of control over your life, but at the end of the day, a lot of things are actually, out of your control. A lot more is out of your control than you think. A lot more. And so sometimes we have to trust that things are going to happen at a certain kind of rate, okay? That certain events are meant to happen. Things were supposed to unfold a certain way. Maybe they weren't supposed to, do you ever think maybe they weren't supposed to go the way you think? They weren't supposed to go in accordance to the vision that you had, the way you had planned it out. Why do you think that was the way that it should happen? Why do you think that you should have been a millionaire by 30, or you should have had 10 threesomes by age 27? Okay, why do you think that was the way to go? So look, let things take their natural course, right? I'm not saying just like completely give up and just be like, oh, it's just gonna happen. No, like you're still engaged in the process, but like let things play out the way they should play out. What matters at the end of the day is what you're doing at this moment. Is your heart in it? Is your heart in it? Are you enjoying yourself? No, seriously, that's what matters. I'm not saying don't have a plan. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying just like, sometimes people like misinterpret this idea of going with the flow. It's like, just be a leaf in the wind. Just go with the flow of life. No, you should still have a plan, and your plan can adjust over the course of your life or over the course of your journey, whatever journey you're on. Success with girls, okay, success in your social life, dating life, starting a business, whatever it is. Create the vision, create the plan, adjust it over time. Okay, adjust it over time, but continue so long as your heart is in it, you're interested in it, you're enjoying the adventure of it, the challenges of it, the fulfillment it brings you, all that stuff. If you try to kind of detach from the external markers of success, these arbitrary markers and timelines that you've created, if you detach from that and if you think, okay, am I genuinely enjoying this journey? All else aside. It's like all else aside. The team, not all else aside. You have to have the money and your parents are expecting this, and how are you going to support your kids? Like, just, no. All else aside for a second, okay? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Is your heart in it? Okay, and your heart can be in it, it's a spectrum in a variety of different ways. It's not like at all times you must be doing what you're passionate about, right? Like that's what matters. No, at times maybe you don't know what you're passionate about. At times maybe you're just working some kind of job and you're figuring some stuff out, and maybe at the moment the priority is work a 9-to-5 job and have a balanced lifestyle, hit the gym afterwards, hang out with your friends. Maybe that's the priority right now. It's like You don't want to rush figuring anything out. You're just kind of like, you want to do this for a couple of years. You want to work this job that's you're kind of like meh about. But it offers you a certain kind of work-life balance. It offers you time to think, to reflect, to travel, to afford certain things, which maybe you couldn't do if you were grinding it out as an entrepreneur, working on your passion. Fuck, there's a lot of sacrifices in that kind of reality, right? What I'm saying is your heart could be in that reality at the moment. This whole 9 to 5, I have balance, I'm able to do these things, I'm able to think, right? Like, be okay with that. Doesn't have to be your passion, but like, so long as your heart is actually in it, so long as you are completely congruent and okay with that reality. And that's where it gets tricky sometimes, because a lot of people lie to themselves. But if in a perfect world, you're completely honest and say, I'm okay doing this for the next 2-3 years. I don't want to, rush figuring out my passion because some YouTuber said I should, right? Or I don't want to, go out five times a week to meet and attract girls and work on myself at this time in my life because I saw Vadim do it in a video, right? Like, if you genuinely don't want to do that right now, then that's cool. Then your heart is in it. It's in alignment with your current reality, and ride that out without getting distracted or feeling guilty or any of that other negative shit until you want to switch things up, until your heart isn't, your heart shifts to something else, until you decide, you know what, now I want to start a YouTube channel where I'm vlogging, traveling the world, documenting all my travels, etc., and maybe I'll build a business around it, and you know what? That's what I want to do, okay? So that can change, allow for it to change, but stick to something so long as your heart is in it. You can have a plan, you can allow for the plan to evolve over time. Look, just don't lie to yourself. That's the worst thing. Don't lie to yourself. If you want to slack. If you want to, take 6 months off and just like completely fucking slack. If you want to do the 9 to 5 lifestyle, do the 9 to 5 lifestyle. If you want to go to the gym and build out a body, do that. If you want to get amazing results with girls, right, then go out, apply Vadim's advice, go out, try shit, experiment, okay, do that. Just don't lie to yourself. Don't tell yourself you want something, but then don't do it. Don't tell yourself you don't want something, but actually want it deep down. Don't tell yourself, oh yeah, I really want to build a business, but then you're not doing any of it. Yeah, I want to be a millionaire, I want to, have a cool social lifestyle, but then you're just like sitting around, doing your usual. It's like, why are you perpetuating this lie? Who are you trying to impress? Why are you lying to yourself? Like, that's not healthy. So own whatever it is. And if you're afraid sometimes, recognize that you're afraid and maybe work on that. Maybe say, you know what? I do really want to start a travel vlog, but I'm afraid. So admit that. Admit to yourself that you're afraid. Admit to others that you're afraid. Don't lie and like try to look cool in front of people so that they think, oh yeah, he's actually trying to do it. Yeah, he's been mapping some stuff out for 3 years. Eventually he's going to do it, After he gets the promotion, that's when he'll do it. Or after the MBA, that's when he'll do it. It's like, if you really want to do the MBA, then do the MBA. Okay? If you want to start the travel vlog, start the travel vlog. But don't be doing the MBA only to tell yourself, well, after the MBA, you're going to start the travel vlog. Well, why are you doing the MBA then? Like, what, you're not going to like want to work afterwards after you do your MBA? What is it just like to have the MBA under your belt? So like, be in tune with all these like lies you're telling yourself or false narratives you're spinning, all these incongruencies inside of you. And it's hard. It's really hard, believe me. I know. I've struggled with this a lot. It's hard to figure this shit out, but just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And look, I always say success in any kind of area is proportionate, directly proportionate to how congruent you feel about it, or the reasons for which you're doing it. So it's directly proportional. So if you really, 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 truly want to build out a 7-figure business, right? And you might think you do. You might think you do, but we don't know yet. Time will tell. But if you really want to, right, then you will make that happen, and the universe will help you make that happen. But if in reality you realize that, or maybe you won't even realize it, right? Sometimes you need to clue in and realize it. But over time, if you feel like you haven't succeeded at something, okay, maybe it's because you didn't really want to do that to begin with, or you were doing it for the wrong reasons, right? Maybe you thought that the answer to, I don't know, living a cool lifestyle and traveling and doing all that stuff could only be achieved if you run the 7-figure business, because that's what you saw this influencer do online. And he said, and he was showing you some like Insta stories of his lifestyle, and you thought, well, that's the way to do it. But maybe in reality, all you want is the freedom to just travel around and freelance, right? Maybe at the end of the day, you don't want to run a media agency. Maybe you're really passionate about copywriting or writing in general. Well, you don't need to run a 7-figure business to do that. You can just be a freelancer doing some kind of copywriting, traveling around, and then you can focus on your dating life and building a cool network, and bam, right? You achieve that cool lifestyle. Girls, freedom, right? A decent income, doing what you love. So, of course, you're going to struggle to build out that 7-figure business because maybe you never wanted to begin with. And that's okay. Some things you want to borrow elements from. Do I want to be a wine sommelier? Like, let's say I'm interested in wines to some degree. Does that mean I have to be a wine sommelier? No, it might mean that I just want to know how to pair a few basic wines, how to enjoy various wines on various occasions, learn a little bit about the history and the production of it. It kind of intrigues me. Doesn't mean I want to be a fucking wine expert and start a YouTube channel on wines. But somebody else might. So I might see some YouTuber doing it. Doesn't mean I have to be like him. You might want to be successful in your dating life with girls, okay? Well, to what degree? To what degree? Do you want to be meeting like the most attractive, coolest girls, having threesomes, I don't know, living some kind of a Dan Bilzerian lifestyle, and putting the work to make all that happen? It can be done. Do you necessarily want that? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's okay if you don't. Maybe you just, we're all completely different, right? Our sex drives are different. Our values are different. Our priorities are different. Maybe you just want the freedom to be able to meet some cool girls here and there, get into a relationship, and you can focus on your photography. But somebody else might want to travel with his girlfriend, with a cool bisexual girlfriend, and have threesomes and do that, okay? Somebody else might want to learn how to be more assertive in their relationships, how to have better relationships, etc. And it can be a combination of things. But you don't have to look at Dan Bilzerian's lifestyle necessarily, or even what I'm doing necessarily, and think, okay, well, that's necessarily what I want, okay? That's not necessarily true. So if you don't genuinely want it and you realize that over time, well, that's okay, and don't beat yourself up for it. Don't say, why am I not making the kind of progress that I want to make? Well, maybe you don't want whatever it is that you think you want. Maybe you're also lying to yourself, of course, right? It's a very delicate balance. You don't want to slip into cognitive dissonance either, right? Where you tell yourself, oh, I don't really want that. I don't really want that. But at the end of the day, you do. It's just your fears, whatever bullshit excuses, fucked up beliefs you have. So, you got to be able to, this comes back to the whole idea of lying to yourself, right? So be true to yourself, right? Really figure that out. And sometimes it's tough. You have to kind of listen to what's going on internally and listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Who sings that? When it's calling for you. So figure it out. For example, for me, I've realized more and more over the years that, you know, I'm more of a content creator, right? I love creating content. I love teaching, okay? And I'm interested in various aspects of the business, right? In the marketing and the sales aspect, I am, but I'm not as passionate about it as I am about the content creation side, right? That's, I think, where my true passion is. So I try to partner with people that can help me make that happen. So I'm not going to pretend, you know, that I need to be some like badass entrepreneur who's like scaling some like big ass tech companies and then flipping them. And because, you know, I saw that guy, that keynote speaker, he talked about that and like, damn, he stepped off his jet. It's like, I don't want to be that guy necessarily. I don't want to be the next Elon Musk. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if it naturally kind of progresses that way and I become the next Elon Musk and I'm a billionaire. Well, that's cool if I did it for the right reasons, you know? But at the moment, I don't know if that appeals to me, right? It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of sacrifice. You have to be really brilliant to be a fucking billionaire, okay? So do these internal audits along the way and just surrender to the natural flow of things, the plan that the universe has for you, where you're kind of engaging with life, but still letting go of the things that you can't control. And like I said, oftentimes it's more than we'd like to admit. So I hope this gives you some perspective. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment below, share your thoughts, questions, concerns, criticisms, any other topics you want me to cover. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when we put out content. Also, don't forget to grab your free 30-minute infield video, bonus video, link in the description below or in the comment section. You'll also be put on the VIP list for the upcoming course that's dropping that I'm really excited about, Honest Chemistry. It's gonna blow your fucking mind. Anyway, go do it. Thanks again for watching, and until next time.